What's up, guys? It's Sick Drac. Yeah, I'm still sick, but I'm not super bummed about it. I feel like I'm just getting this sickness out of the way before Toy Fair, which, as you know, is coming up very, very soon. And so that's sort of what this video is about, right? I'm also trying Chroma Cam, which hopefully makes up for the fact that the audio in this is going to be really rough. But that means the background behind me should be transparent. I've been trying that out on my Twitch a little bit. It's a little rough because I still am waiting on my green screen, but it is what it is. So let's launch right into it. Hello and welcome again to Nerf News, your number one source for Nerf news on the net. I'm your host, Drac, and today we're talking about the Popular Mechanics leak. Now, interestingly enough, this is not a leak, and that's the reason that I can actually talk about it. So I've had hands-on with a few of these blasters and have known about them for a while, which sounds like some sort of weird humble brag or what have you, but it's not. I agreed earlier this year, full transparency, to not talk about leaks on my channel at all leading up to Toy Fair, where it is my hope to have a formal meeting with Hasbro discussing how I can better serve you guys without necessarily making them super duper upset. As like a little olive branch, they dangled some sort of new fan experience thing package that they'll be sending out from time to time over me, and I accepted that as well. So again, like full disclosure, Hasbro still sends me stuff. I am looking forward to visiting their showroom in New York. I made the very difficult decision for you guys, my audience, that not talking about some of the things that I know about from sources that are not officially the mothership was worth being able to bring you hands-on official coverage of Toy Fair, which at this point not a lot of people do, and certainly nobody does as rapidly as we can. So agree or disagree with that, let me know in the comment section below, but that was a very difficult decision that I struggled with early January of this year, and with Toy Fair coming up, hopefully we will get a resolution to all of that that's favorable for all parties. But as this is no longer a leak, and for some reason Hasbro continues to give platforms like Popular Mechanics, which reach perhaps in some ways a wider audience than some of their influencers, although that's not at all the case with Popular Mechanics. I'm not mad. Why do you ask if I'm mad? No, I'm not mad. Anyway, they also give them to editors who are clearly pretty ignorant of foam blasting, which is a little bit upsetting. And then we end up blowing it up for them anyway, so Popular Mechanics looks like the good guy. That's neither here nor there. Let's talk about it because it's now official, and we can talk about these. So let's give you a hands-on expert opinion on some of these blasters and talk about which ones we should be very excited about at Toy Fair and which ones perhaps are a little bit of smoke and mirrors. Man, that Chroma Cam's destroying me. So, we could read Mr. Eric Limer's words here, but after a quick review of his Twitter feed, I don't think that his words have much value, period. Anyway, so let's launch right into it. So this is the Nerf Elite Titan now. We already had a Nerf Titan, and the rehashing of names is going to get confusing if Hasbro continues down this path, but this is the Nerf Elite Titan, so it's the 50-round drum blaster, and we will hop back over to the article to take a look at this dude who's very excited to be holding a non-ergonomic blaster like... that's gripe number one. Every time Hasbro decides to release these three-figure blasters, this one being only $100, luckily, they always think that for some reason they need to be Juggernaut class blasters, they can't have real ergonomics, they have to be miniguns, and the pomp and circumstance of the Titan CS50, well, I'm sure it will be a highlight at Toy Fair and very, very popular in the showroom, as well as on my channel. This is the kind of blaster that will not live up to the hype at Wars. I have handled enough of these at this point to just be able to tell you with pretty reasonable confidence that this is the kind of thing that you buy, you unload a few times, you realize that loading a 50-round drum, while the 50-round drum is the coolest thing about this, don't get me wrong, like, if this 50-round drum feeds reliably, that's going to be the coolest thing about this. I would possibly even be willing to pay $100 just to have a 50-round drum for like a Super Sweet Raven or a Strife or what have you. Like, this is a cool drum. We've been waiting on Hasbro to kind of perfect this one since way, way back in the machine for the Stampede. Obviously, that would have been for Streamlines. This is for Elites, but for $100, and it's not even $100, that's the thing, like, you can't sell it that way because it's $100 and it takes 4D batteries, which means this realistically $110, $115. And at $115, what you get is a standard Elite Performance fully automatic, 50-round drum, Gatling gun blaster. Now, is that cool? It's absolutely cool. Prop makers are going to love this. Halo cosplayers are going to love this. The barrel spins, but with a spinning barrel taking some of that nominal voltage away from the flywheels, away from the pusher mechanism. This is going to be, I imagine, a relatively slow rate of fire compared to some of our high rate of fire blasters like the Hyperfire, like the Prometheus. I think that this is going to shoot slow, it's going to shoot soft, and it's going to be ultimately very underwhelming as a standalone package. I highly recommend waiting for this one. Definitely wait for the Toy Fair review because you have to. It won't be for sale until after Toy Fair, but I would definitely wait for this one to be on sale. So we got the stinker out of the way. I think that it's a cool concept. It looks amazing, but it is not a $100 blaster make. You can add all the bells and whistles you want. I know that I start to sound like a rhetoric-intensive, like performance-based nerfer, but that's what I am. Like, I serve a bunch of performance-influenced buyers, and I know that my audience, as much as they love cool and new, they also love something that they can carry into war, that they can show off to their friends, that they can, like, play with and have a great time. And this is the kind of thing that if you could pick it up for 50 bucks would be sweet, but at $100 I just don't see the value in it. Now, most of that's ergonomic, but a lot of that's just going to be performance based. Let's move on to one that's really cool. So, this is the rival Perseus, and this one is also $100, but it's actually $100, and I think that this one is sweet. Now, why do I think that this one's sweet when it's a strictly worse Nemesis? Well, because it's a compact Nemesis, and so this is, in my mind, a direct answer in competition to companies like Dart Zone, companies, can't talk about that, other companies that are making rival competitors. This is a compact, full auto, high rate of fire rival blaster that, by virtue of its smaller onboard capacity, gives you a really cool, oh my voice, I thought I could just pound this one out for you guys, but I'm going to struggle. Gives you a really, really cool compact SMG rival style blaster, and assuming from the kind of helter-skelter nature of these rounds up here that these are not tubes, it is just a hopper up top. That means that you might not get what I was really hoping for, which is some sort of pusher mechanism behind the balls to give you like a the ability to shoot from all angles and possibly even upside down, do some of that hardcore parkour you see in the commercials for Rival all the time. But this one's going to be coming to us in Team Red and Team Blue. Like I said, 50-round capacity means realistically maybe a 60-round capacity. Got the little flywheel bulge here telling us that this is going to be getting, I imagine, standard Rival performance. Love the miniature Picatinny down here that you could add a foregrip. I imagine a lot of people are going to use it for a flashlight, but this is an ultra sweet HVZ blaster. It'll let you take those corners really quick and tight. It's got a nice safety here, and then the rev and trigger combo look clean. This is a completely different style main trigger, which is neat. But the highlight, and the reason this is actually $100, and I would be happy to pay this amount of money for one of these blasters, is it's got a rechargeable battery. And that's one of the things that, although I don't like the Prometheus ergonomically, the coolest thing about the Prometheus is that you pay your money, you get your charger, you charge your blaster, done. No buying more batteries, no figuring out rechargeable batteries, no losing batteries, like less pollution. It's very, very cool. So the fact that this is coming with an onboard rechargeable battery is ultra mega level sweet. Now, got a funky muzzle break up here, should be pretty cool. A lot of people are curious what this tab is going to be. I don't know. We'll find out at Toy Fair. Maybe it's just aesthetic. Maybe that's where you plug it in. Maybe it's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. Who knows? So this is the one that I'm most excited about. Like, Rival is just all hype all the time, and this is a compact SMG Rival blaster that I think is crazy sweet. Really, really looking forward to this whole ergonomic profile. Can't wait to put it in my hands and show it to you guys on camera at the show. Coming up next at $50, we have the Zombie Strike Rapid Strike, which is sweet. I mean, it's called the Revoltinator. And despite the fact that it's got a funky, fresh 18-round mag, it does have an 18-round mag, and it has like real ergonomics here. Now, you got this, you've got a foregrip up here. A lot of people thought that this one was going to be some sort of funky demolisher. It's not. It's a flywheel blaster, but it is really, really cool. It's cool to see Zombie Strike like taking a practical approach to blasters. I love seeing the in-strike attachment live on here. I love seeing this tack rail down here. The stock looks like it's going to be a little janky and a little bit uncomfortable, but what do you expect? It's made out of rebar, right? Fun fact, did you guys know that rebar stands for reinforced barricade? I had no idea that it was a conjunction this whole time. It's crazy. In addition to rapid strike levels of performance, this is going to be giving us light and sound effects, which is cool for Zombie Strike, like especially if you're like me and you really enjoyed COD Zombies before it got all crazy. Like, I love OG COD Zombies. I thought that that was amazing. It looks like it's been Pack-a-Punched, right? And if you think that the Hasbro team didn't take inspiration from Pack-a-Punch when they were designing this, you're nuts. Like, this absolutely... I believe I know the designer for this, and I don't know, I'm pretty confident that this is a Pack-a-Punch Zombie Strike machine, and if that doesn't tickle you in a very special way, I can't help you. Like, this is cool. I like the light and sound element, and I feel like at $50 for a Rapid Strike in today's sort of Nerf pricing schematic, that's very generous of them to give you an extra level of fun in a blaster that they could have sold, I think, without it. But I think that that's really cool. It's going to look great. I doubt that they're going to let me dim the showroom to show you guys the lights and sounds, so we'll have to wait to show them off properly, but it should be pretty cool. And then, of course, like, modded up is going to be sick gnarly when we make it look like it came out of Der Reich. And then, so these two I'm very excited about, the Perseus and the Revoltinator. I think both are pretty fairly priced. I think that both are handsome blasters that will perform admirably. This one's weird. I've been losing a lot of faith in the Mega line recently, just in general. But this is a miniature Springer Slamfire Mega Pistol, and this is the only one on the list that I actually don't know a whole lot about. So with the other ones, I'm having to play very nicely with what Mr. Eric wrote, so that I say nothing uncouth or out of line, because I know, guys. This guy has Slamfire, 20 round onboard capacity, is a Mega Blaster for $40. Now, $40 for a Mega Pistol, I'm skeptical, like, especially since it's not electronic. Now, not electronic means no extra battery, so no extra cost involved, but $40 for a Mega Pistol, guys? I don't care how big the revolver turret is. Like, that's janky. I'm pretty sure, and I'm going to find out real quick while I'm talking to you guys now. I'm going to literally look it up. Wow, if you search Mastodon on Amazon, you just get a bunch of Mastodon albums. Yeah, so right now, as of the time of making this video, the Mastodon is currently on sale by Hasbro for $76. If you can get it for $76 for the Mastodon, which is arguably the most ambitious, the coolest Mega Blaster other than, I think, the Thunderbow, but I just have a soft spot for the Thunderbow. I think that speaks for itself. I think that the Mastodon is much better than the Megalodon and not too terribly much more expensive. So this one fits into a weird slot. Of course, I don't know if the Mastodon is even on shelves anymore. These days, people hardly buy toys in stores. Rest in peace, Toys R Us. It's cool. I mean, obviously, if you're the Mega guy, like, you're going to get it anyway. And I will be providing as neutral and as unbiased a review as I possibly can while I'm in the showroom in New York. And I'm looking forward to it. I hope to be pleasantly surprised. Like, if it hits like a freight train, I'm going to give it a big thumbs up. But if it's a little lackluster and not delivering that mega performance that I crave, which a lot of these guys, like particularly the Thunderhawk, did not. It is the Thunderhawk, right? Yeah, the Thunderhawk did not deliver the hits for me in that regards. And speaking of, just because I have it up right now, if Mega is your jam and bigger is truly better, like your boy said, the Thunderhawk is currently on sale for half off. So you could tell it definitely, like, I don't think that it did as well as they wanted it to, but that means that if you are into Mega, you can pick up a Thunderhawk right now for 25 United States dollars, which is much less money than the new here. It's enough to maybe even buy yourself a reload pack of those super $ Mega Darts. So that's my take on all four of these blasters. This one I'm half and half on. This one I'm like calling already as being a pick it up on sale blaster, but I hope to be pleasantly surprised. And these two I think are slam dunk. These are absolutely winners. Can't wait to get my hands on this one. Hopefully, not hopefully, I joke about it every year, like if they ever make something so sweet that I can sneak it out, but I don't think that this will fit necessarily in my jacket pocket, but this one's crazy awesome, and I wish that I could be taking it with me to the UK for my UK tour, hitting up Foam Fest and what have you. So if you're in the UK and you're looking for a bomb-tastic Nerf event to go to, Foam Fest is coming up. I will be making an appearance at all of the Foam Fest events. I'm really, really looking forward to it. That is mid-March, and I will link to it in the description box below just because I have your attention right now. But as of the launching of this video, my sick self is going to be hydrating here in my office, just chilling casually, and I wanted to talk to you about something that's very special to me and only possible because of you. My Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/vampiredrac, all one word, is, oh, you can see it in the top corner, I didn't realize that, is currently in review for Twitch partnership. We met all of the requirements, and that's a huge, huge thank you to you guys for making that possible. So we are currently under review to be a Twitch partner, and just to kind of push us over the top, I'm hoping to do a really good stream tonight. I will be sick, so I'm not going to be modding because I really don't want to solder while I'm sick, but I'm on that MTG Arena grind, another fine Hasbro property, and I'm really, really enjoying playing Arena for you guys. I've built up a slightly different audience over there, which is very, very exceptionally special to me as a content creator. So if you want to drop in, I should be doing this more or less, certainly for a few hours, I think for the remainder of the evening, but a lot of people asked me to make this video. Hopefully that clears up why I took a minute to make the video, as I was waiting on somebody official to get the information to release it so that I could talk about these things publicly. But that's my Nerf news. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'll be live on Twitch right now. Obviously, if Arena is not your jam, no need to swing by. But if it is, I would love to see you there. Kind comment goes a long way, makes my entire evening. And as always, guys, much love. Nerf on, Drac out. See you on Twitch.